All right, and we're live.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Make sure all the sounds off on the stream so I can't see my own selves. Yep. Cool. All right. What's up, everybody?
Yo. What's
Got to
up?
put my painting away. There we go.
Yep. It's like we're gonna play a game or something. I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
Um.
I'm sure you can paint while we play.
Just look up and be like, what were we doing?
Yeah. And Joel's like,
Yes.
yes, paint and not pay attention and die so I can have all of your monies.
Remember the guild hall, man. I'll name the front door after you.
He's like, oh man.
No, I'm gonna have half the guild hall. It's fine.
It's like this bag of holding is feeling heavy. Oh wait, no, it's not. It's a bag of holding.
It feels like it always does.
Yeah. All right, cool. What were we doing last time? I don't know. Things happened.
I sold my soul to a cat.
We defeated all the zombies, and we were rewarded with a lot of gold.
That feels wrong.
That's what I remember.
It feels very wrong.
Feels pretty right.
So right.
Yeah.
I just remember that I was heading towards the guard shack area thing.
Not yet. You weren't. Because you guys. Okay, so for a recap of what happened at the very end, you guys were fighting the zombies. You all wound up inside the inn, and then you ran outside the inn. And as soon as you ran outside the inn, there's about 20 zombies encircling the front door there where you guys were. So you ran out, and there were the zombies. And I don't believe that the 4 zombies inside have been dealt with yet either. Fiamma, you had 4 zombies by the stairs. So there's that as well. Because Fiamma was like, I'm going to stay and fight everything. Everyone else was like, we getting out of Dodge.
Yup.
If I understand correctly. So I think what we need is the
Did we not fight the 4 zombies on the inside? Because the bear had to get around them.
Yeah, but the bear just blew past them. And then they were there.
Because it became brave.
Yeah. I think maybe you even gave it bravery. Pretty sure you did, Fiamma.
Yeah.
You sure did.
Yep. And so it blew past the zombies, and it ended up throwing, I think, Wildheart against the wall. And then, so it's sort of. I think you're still actually inside the inn, Fiamma, with the 4 zombies, and the rest of them like burst outside, and you've got like 20 of them there right in front of you, and that's where we are. So let me break up my dice roller because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to roll some dice at some point in time. You know.
It's not necessary. Whatever dice you decide to roll is normally the top end, so you're gonna roll a 4, just give it a 4.
Yeah, just Oh well, so if it's a D8, then I'm just gonna give you all 8 automatically. Then that's
sure, man.
Yeah, cool.
It's about how it rolls out anyway.
Yeah. All right, cool. So zombies. Let's check with Fiamma inside real quick. Fiamma, you've got yourself inside the inn. Everyone else has just like ditched you with the 4 zombies that are inside. What are you doing?
I guess I'm going to take and summon a burning brand.
Okay, so let's roll for it.
That's an 11.
Yeah, man, you summon the crap out of it. What do you summon?
A weapon of pure flame. I'm gonna summon a full staff.
All right, cool.
No, halberd specifically.
Okay, all right. So yeah, how do you summon it? What does it look like? Give me a description.
I'm going to bend down, slap the ground, and just like make it look like I'm pulling it out of the ground.
Okay, Edward Elric. Did you clap your hand? Did you clap your hands beforehand too?
Should have.
No,
Yeah.
I totally should have.
All right, cool.
Where's your brother at, man?
And I get to choose 2 tags. I'm going to take damage and also that it can be thrown and near.
The bear could be his brother, the giant mecha bear.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, mechanized and everything.
Yeah. All right, cool.
I'm gonna wipe that brand off the back of the neck.
Yeah, so you're summoning fire from the ground in the shape of a weapon outside. Melody, Mist, Gray, Wildheart. You're outside and you're surrounded by zombies. What's happening?
How many?
Fucking leaving.
Like about 20.
It's only 20 zombies.
Only 20?
It's
Yeah.
only 20.
I'm leaving. I want to leave. That's what I want to do.
Okay. So, how you gonna do that?
I'm going to check for traps.
You literally have 5 electric traps in your bag. There's 20 of them.
Yeah.
They're electric traps.
I said check 4. I'm not gonna. That's an 8. Yeah. So I get a +1 on hold.
Okay.
Mike, are there traps?
I mean,
They are the trap.
The zombies are the traps.
okay, no. Cool. So one of the zombies is rather attractive.
Oh god.
I don't think that's the definition of trap I was looking for.
And is indeed a thirst trap.
I relay this to the group. That was good.
And I haven't even had anything to drink yet. Anyway.
Oh man, that was good.
Yeah. So Grey Melanie Wildheart, upon hearing that the attractive zombie is indeed a thirst trap, do you have anything to say about this?
No.
No.
Oh man.
Cool. Does anyone do anything else, or do I need to start rolling for zombie attacks?
How close are they?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
If I were to cast Fireball,
they're about 10 feet away.
hypothetically.
10 feet.
If you cast Fireball, well, Gray stupid.
Oh
he
my
don't
God.
Know how, he know not how it works. Sorry.
We're just gonna have flaming zombies lighting everyone on fire and biting us.
I mean, if
But
they,
it's going to damage
don't
the
kill
most. Okay,
zombies.
it's going to damage the most of them in a small
I hear
area.
Defy danger coming.
Okay, all right. I'm rolling Fireball for the ones furthest away from us. Can I do that?
Well, they're just kind of encircling you, but sure.
Oh my
okay.
god, we're gonna be surrounded by fire.
Hey!
That's a hit.
Yeah.
That's a really good hit too.
Yeah. Roll.
All right.
Go ahead and roll damage too.
Max
Okay.
the damage, please.
What was that? What was that on 2d6 for the damage on Fireball? I can't remember.
I
think
don't
so.
know, man. Like,
Yeah, it is. It is.
You
It
No,
is.
it's
I had to look up.
76. Roll 7.
you responsible for some like knowledge.
I know. All right, so it's 5.
Yeah. Cool. So like I said, there's about 20 zombies, and you fire, I guess, towards the center.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't hit us, like farther away from
Yeah,
us.
so you shoot your fireball, and it explodes in the center of the zombies, taking out about 7 of them in the center, creating an opening directly in front of you as their bodies are sort of just obliterated like all over the place. So 13 zombies
Zombie
left.
bombs.
13 zombies left. 6 on one side, 7 on the other, and then a hole in the middle.
The hole's a trap. I'm just throwing that out there.
Okay.
The thirst
Gotta
trap.
roll good to run through it.
The thirst trap survived. The thirst trap's on the right.
Is
It's
it a
probably-
singer?
Let's do this before this gets done.
The thirst trap is a rather attractive dryad. Yeah.
Okay.
I hear you.
Man, I'm gonna pick up a rock.
I only go
throw
for
it.
centaurs.
Small rock too.
You pick up a small
You
rock.
can pick up a turtle.
I'm gonna pick up
Yeah, there-
small rock. I ain't gonna try a big rock. Well, I pick up a rock. Needless to say,
Listen,
throw
listen.
it at him.
Listen, a rock was a turtle one time, okay?
I mean, it doesn't matter if
It
I
was
roll
more than
bad.
once, sir.
If I roll bad, it could be a turtle again.
It was, in fact, twice.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna let's see. Where's the advanced roll? The dice roller. I know I'm gonna have to roll on what dex.
Okay.
Look, man, I'm fighting these things.
yeah.
Roll, I think
roll-
I have to roll on dex.
Roll on
'cause
dex for volley for throwing, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a small rock.
Yeah. Or yeah.
Where are you throwing this rock?
Man, I don't know, like one of the 18 zombies that are fucking we're having to fight.
13.
It's not 18, it's 13.
Okay, the 13. Look, man, like
You aim
One
for the
on-
thirst trap.
One on the 7 side.
Okay.
Yeah, let's aim for the thirst trap or whatever.
Oh
Go
man.
with that. Yeah. Look, man. Sorry. That's a follow. That's an 8.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So roll some damage too.
Literally a 10 on a throw.
Just roll your damage. Your regular damage.
I mean, good lord. Just think about that. It's ridiculous. Okay. It's fine. 5.
5's the magic number
Cool.
tonight.
Yeah. Oh, we lost.
Brad, no.
No.
All right. So, what part of the body are you throwing this rock at?
The head.
Cool. So, yeah, you throw the rock. It literally pierces right through the skull and out the other side. The thirst trap falls to the ground, and the zombie to the left and the right, they're pretty enraged by this because they're her personal zombie simps. Yep. And
Why did I not see this coming?
they start
Okay.
they start charging you, the two of them. Yeah, and so they're bearing down on you as we speak. What is Wildheart doing?
How many are left?
12.
12.
12?
2 of them raging simps.
Is anyone else running away?
Man, I ain't running.
Right now, everyone's
Not
standing
yet.
their ground.
Okay.
I'll say he hasn't let us easily run away yet.
So,
Well, we created a hole, but we've decided to, like, I guess, wait and create another one. I don't know.
A bigger hole.
A bigger hole, yeah.
Yes.
Always try to create a bigger hole.
that's right.
No.
Big holes versus dirty cracks. It's always big holes.
Anyways, Wildheart, what's up?
You can't censor me.
Attack the closest one.
Okay, well, the closest ones are now the ones that are like coming after Gray. There's 2 of them.
Preferably
Okay, I'll
volley.
take those.
Well, that's right. You don't have your bow anymore.
His bow's broken.
Yep.
Yeah, so I have to go with my dagger and my bear.
Yeah.
So. 2, 6 plus 11.
All right, and then roll for some damage.
Okay, 3, yeah. 7.
Okay. And which one are you attacking? Just
Just either one of the 2. That's
Okay.
going for
yeah, sure. How do you attack it?
I just run by and slash it with my short sword.
Where on the body? Arm, leg, neck, head.
Yeah, I go for the neck.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you definitely sever its head off. You decapitate it. So you get the other one. That one. The other one gets by you, obviously, while you're dealing with that one. And it leaps to go jump onto Gray. And then we cut inside with Fiamma and the 4 zombies. Fiamma, what are you doing?
I'm going to take my newly crafted halberd and I'm going to launch it at one of the zombies.
Okay. Roll on volley, I guess.
6. Awesome.
Okay. And are you doing anything to change that?
Absolutely not.
Cool. Yeah. So you launch your halberd at the zombies. It whizzes right by them, missing them entirely. And then the one of the zombies lunges at you and scratches you across the chest, ripping your hobo clothes, and doing some damage, 4 damage, as it slashes at you right across the chest.
Question for you.
Yes.
Magic armor, does that do anything for physical attacks or is it just purely for magic?
Well, the mithril armor was +1 regular armor and then +1 to
And
magic.
+1 magic armor.
Right, so
yeah.
it would just be the +1 armor for
Okay.
physical attacks, because this is in no way a magical attack.
Well, I didn't know if it affected magical attacks or if that was a magical it's still armor, but it also defends against magic.
Yeah, well, it's +1 to regular armor and +1 to magic armor. So
Okay, cool.
It's sort of just an all around. But anyways, yeah. So you get attacked, and we get back outside. Yep. The zombie is basically landing on top of a gray mist. What are you doing?
Ooh, a zombie landed on top of Gray?
It's like 1 inch away from him. You have a millisecond to react if you're going to save Gray. If not, it'll just happen.
All right. Dexterity is for volley, right?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to throw one of the throwing knives that I've got
Okay.
at that thing, at its face, to save Gray. All right. So, for Dex. That's happening.
Yeah. Roll damage.
I'm going right for its face.
Yep. Okay.
All right. And it's just normal damage.
Yep.
Yep. That tracks.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, the knife hits it in the face, but it doesn't really get very far into the brain. It does knock it off course though, so it does fall away from Gray, just missing him, landing on the ground, and then it's on all fours, like an animal almost, and it kind of skitters around.
Oh, creepy.
Yeah.
Yep.
It skitters around, and is sort of hissing almost and looking at all of you. Melody, what are you doing as this thing hits the ground and skitters around?
Okay, I'm gonna try to shoot at it with my rapier crossbow.
Yeah.
So let's see. All right.
All right, and roll for some damage.
Happens, and it happens for 1.
Wow.
Yep. That tracks.
Hey!
Yep. Yeah. So you shoot your arrow
Gently
at it.
tickle it.
Yeah. And it sticks sort of right in the side of its neck, and so now it's got dagger out of the face, and the bow coming out of its neck, and it starts galloping to where you guys are. But in the meantime, behind you, some of the ones from the side have started to close in, and one of them is grabbed your leg and tripped you onto the ground. You just take some minor damage from the fall. It's 2 damage, minus your armor. As you fall to the ground from the zombie grabbing you, what is Gray doing? You've just been narrowly missed by a zombie who's been attacked twice now, skittered around. Melody's been dropped to the ground by a zombie. What are you doing?
I'm gonna roll for volley again to pick up a rock and throw it at the one that's skittering around. See if I can actually hit this thing, kill it. Did you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. All right. That's happening again.
Okay.
And roll for damage.
Mhm.
There we go.
All right. Yeah. So where do you throw the rock?
At its head.
Yeah. So yeah, the rock goes right through, and it falls to the ground. But sort of as you've done that, this other side is also closing in.
Where are we actually?
So you guys,
In the middle of
you're standing right out in front of the inn here.
Okay, and where are all these zombies, man? I need dots.
Yeah. So there's a section of 6 zombies right here.
Okay.
And now there's 4 zombies, I believe. Yep. 4 zombies on this side. And this is sort of where they get.
And we're literally right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's the hole in the middle. So one of the ones on the side here has picked up the skull of one of the first ones you killed, and it's throwing it at you.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Get him, Ted! Yeah!
Yeah. The skull hits you on the side of the face. You take 5 damage.
Jesus, fuck.
Yep. And then Wildheart, what's happening?
Okay.
Where's everyone else?
So
We're in this area, but Like, how many people do we have on the left versus the right?
So on your left, you've got like 4 zombies, and on your right, you've got like 6. But one of them has got Melody by the leg; she's on the ground. And then the others are like so. You're being enclosed in upon. Like they're all kind of starting to bear down on you.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to help Melody.
Okay.
Yay.
Okay.
Ooh, 10 damage.
Yeah. You definitely kill it. How do you kill it?
I just slice its head off again.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you slice the head off the one that's grabbing Melody. But you have to get in close to do that, obviously, because your sword's not very long. And 2 of them latch on to your arms after you slice, and they're trying to like wrestle you to the ground, and they're sort of scratching at you, and they're trying to bite you. They're not successful yet, but they're definitely attempting to do so. From the struggle with them, you take 3 damage while they're trying to pull you down and scratch you and whatnot. Meanwhile, inside Fiamma, you've thrown your halberd. It's gone past the zombies, landed just behind them. One of them has scratched you across the chest. What are you doing?
Zuko style. I'm gonna call that halberd back to me.
Okay.
Through a zombie skull.
Okay. Give a whirl.
And that's an 11.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reach up, snap my fingers, and the halberd's gonna shoot back at me.
Okay. Which one are
I'm
you?
purposefully aiming it through the zombie that just scratched me.
Yeah. It definitely like just plows through the back of the zombie's skull, out the front of his head, sort of exploding, and the body falls to the ground as it returns to your hand. Go ahead and take a moment to do like another action as soon as it returns.
All right. I'm gonna pop out a potion and drink it.
Okay. So you having the juice.
Yeah.
Melody, you've been freed from the grasp of the zombie. Wildheart, who has freed you, is now being sort of wrestled and pulled to the ground. Gray's just recently been hit in the face by a skull. And what are you and Miss doing right now? Because you two are sort of like right there together.
All right. So you said that with my arcane art healing, if I heal the undead, that's damage, right?
Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna do that.
All right, Miss, what are you doing?
And since I can do it.
Oh God. I am going to try another. Let me see how many daggers I got left here. I don't think I've got more.
Go ahead and roll while he's telling us.
Okay.
Totally got 5. All right. I'm gonna throw another dagger at the one that's pulling Wildheart down.
Okay.
Holy shit.
There's 2 of them, so you put one of them, yes. All right. And then Melody, what are you doing? Mist is making the throw.
Okay. So it says that I can do this to 2 subjects.
Totally made
right?
that throw.
And with the addition that I did, I roll 2 d8s of healing damage.
Okay.
So one of the ones that's attacking Wildheart and the one that attacked Gray. Can I do that?
Yep. All right. Go ahead and roll your damage too, Joel.
Hell, it's better than 2.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll twice, one for each of them, or do you want to count 9 for both?
No. You'll assign 4 to one and 5 to the other, essentially. Or is it 2d8 healing per?
Yeah.
Okay.
Per.
Yeah. Then roll for the other one as well.
Okay.
All right.
Damn.
Yeah. So one of the ones holding Wildheart down, literally just sort of like explodes the whole zombie, just like there's sort of a pinkish red mist in its wake. As it explodes, Mist, you throw your dagger and it lodges itself in the head of the other one. It shakes it free of Wildheart. It's not completely dead. It's just so close, and it so stumbles back a few feet. And then the one that threw the skull at Gray also just like bursts into like a mist of pinkish reddish, bloody goo.
And I've been hitting them tonight.
Yeah. Gray,
Yeah, you were.
Gray, this thing has just exploded by you. What are you doing?
God damn! No. So how many of these things are left?
You got okay. So there's 3 over there where you're at, to the left, and then to the right there's 3, but one of them is nearly dead.
Let's volley for the one that's nearly dead on a small rock.
Okay. Let me get you. So let me get you to roll on. You can roll on intellect or wisdom to find another rock. Like this is a pretty like kept like path where people will walk. Right. There's not going to be an infinite number of rocks just laying around.
Look, man, there's rocks everywhere. This is a tore up ass town. They would buildings and shit burning down.
Nah, you can pick up like bones from the dead bodies and throw them, but like just this sort of infinite supply of rocks, you know.
I mean, they dead bodies everywhere. Can I pick up something? Okay, that's fine. You know what? I'll roll on intellect.
Or they might have some money on them. You can throw some money. I don't know. You know,
Dude, I ain't throwing money around.
Make it rain with pain.
Yeah. You know what? Wait a minute. Where we at?
I mean, yeah.
Isn't this tavern on fire?
No, because he's got the Zugo-Saw. He pulled it inside.
Okay.
Now there's also like there's a zombie like right beside you that probably has like a dagger sticking out of its head. You know.
Okay,
Or,
fine.
you know, a skull hit you in the face.
That's fine. I'll pick up the dagger and volley it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely happening.
Yeah. Roll for damage.
Yeah,
And
good.
It's gonna hit for a fucking 1.
4?
Okay, that's fine. It's in the head.
Yeah. Well, it's the one. It has like the one that Joel had already thrown the dagger at. So, you throw the dagger. Now dagger throwing is not necessarily your specialty, but like it's rotating, and the butt of that dagger hits the dagger that Mist had already thrown in, and it just like forces it the rest of the way through.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the zombie
Because I became a marksman tonight.
No, you weren't.
did.
You were just aiming for the head.
Luck.
This is like purely happen chance that it happened.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And the thing just like falls to the ground. And Wildheart, what are you up to? You've just been sort of like let go by this zombie, and the other one exploded like right beside you. You probably got sprayed by some blood.
I will wear this blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will.
There's still one beside me, isn't there?
No, that one just got obliterated. So there's still 2 other zombies over here with you guys, but they're not on you at the moment.
Okay, I immediately rush one.
Okay.
The one closest to me.
Okay. Yeah. What are you doing to rush it? Like, I mean, are you trying to tackle it, or are you trying to like punch it in the face? Trying to kick it? I mean,
Cut it.
Okay.
Attack.
Yeah. So roll on your hack and slash then.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah. So you go to rush it, and the 2 of them actually grab you, and like it's like a sandwich. Can you roll 2d6 on your strength for defy danger?
Oof. My strength is 0.
Yeah. So one of them goes to bite you in the neck. His teeth like are on your skin, and he's trying to bite down. There's mere seconds before this is likely to happen. But in all that suspense, we cut inside to see what Fiamma's doing. Fiamma, what's up? You just had a nice healthy drink of your potion. You got 3 zombies who are looking to eat you.
How close are they?
Within 6 feet.
Within 6 feet?
Yep.
Alright. I'm gonna make a wide sweep attack.
Okay.
No particular aiming, because it's super hard to do that.
Sure.
It's not like I can swing. Woo! 10! It's not like I can swing and hit them all in the neck.
Yeah. Roll some damage.
Alright. That is a d8, and I get +1 because I took that tag for my Burning Brand. So 8 damage.
Yeah. You'll catch them. You'll catch them all.
Cool. You know what? I do aim for the neck then.
Yeah. right, cool. Yeah, you sweep, you catch, you just sort of like, plow. You plow one into the other, and when you hit the third one, it's enough resistance that you can like push through and like decapitate all three of them, and their heads just like land on the ground, bodies on the ground, and there you are with you and the bodies. Meanwhile, outside, Wildheart is about to like meet his maker. Missed what's happening.
Well, I'm going to. I'm assuming I'm pretty close to him, correct? I mean, I did just throw a dagger. I mean, how far was I?
You're pretty
5
close.
feet, 4 feet. Okay. I'm going to dash over there and try to stick that thing with my rapier.
Okay.
So,
And that's how Wildheart died.
Yes!
Yeah, nice.
He's getting stunned if he doesn't die, so yeah.
Yeah, roll damage.
Alright, this is a roll for damage. It's a d8 plus 1. Because that rapier's got a plus 1 to it. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, you'll murder it.
Awesome.
And then would you want to do any additional damage opening yourself up to attack?
Yeah, you can go F that.
Okay. I thought I'd offer it,
No, I'm not doing that.
Sure.
I'm not getting bit, damn it.
Yeah, so its mouth is on Wildheart's neck. Tell me how you do it.
Well, I see what's happening, so I literally just rush up, and as I slide like a baseball stop, I shove the sword in as fast as I can towards the temple of the zombie's head, trying to take it to the hilt so I can knock its face away from him.
Yeah, you definitely like it. It just like slides right in, and you sort of knock it free immediately. And it, as you do it, the force knocks it back, and it slides off of your rapier onto the ground. This is also like enough like force to like jostle Wildheart free from the other one that had like sandwiched him in. So it knocks him back just a couple of feet as well. Melody, what are you doing?
All right. So what do we have left again?
So now you've got just one on the right side of you, if you're like looking out towards the fountain, and then to the left side of you, there's two.
Okay, so the ones that are together, I am going to try to make them fight each other with a ghost to 11. So
Okay.
all right, that happens, but I draw unwanted attention to myself.
Yep. Okay.
Or ire or whatever,
Yeah. So, this is like you're sort of like you're yelling out or singing out the causes to happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it basically, makes them fight each other.
Yeah. So yeah, you're sort of belting out this sort of grating, screeching sound that causes one of the zombies to believe that the other one is actually alive, and so it goes to attack it to eat it.
Nice. Yeah.
So it jumps on top of it and starts to attack it, and it does manage to sort of like crush its skull as it's landing on top of it, trying to eat it. But the sound that you made was super displeasing to Simba, and he springs forth from Gray's backpack and then starts like clawing at your hair. He's on top of you, just like and flapping his wings, and he's just like he's trying to tell you to stop it because he hates it. Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you'll basically lose a turn while you're dealing with that.
All right.
Yep. Gray, what are you doing?
How many more zombies left?
2.
2.
One on either side.
Oh, then I'll just attack the one that's on this side.
Yep. Okay. That's right.
I guess since I am next to the other one that died, I'm going to. No. Well, how far was that one away that I threw the dagger at?
They're all like right there near you.
Oh,
all the
that's fine. I'll
zombies.
just grab the dagger and out of the one and just throw it and volley it at it.
Are there? Well, you already tossed the dagger out of one. Was there another one there with a dagger in it?
Well, that's the one. Remember the did that the one that the hilt? Remember, hit that one.
Okay, like so,
Yeah.
so it would have pushed like it through the other one side, but like it would have bounced off. So the one you threw would be on the ground, sort of semi near you.
Yeah, I'll just pick that up and sling it.
Okay.
Let's try this again. There we go.
Yeah, you roll damage.
And we'll roll damage. There we go. And aiming for the head, as always.
Yep. So it catches it in the back of the neck, not quite in the head. So it doesn't quite die just yet. So, but like, it definitely like causes it some like grief. It starts sort of like moving a little, more twitchy and peculiar than it was, and that's pretty much it on that one. It's just kind of doing its thing. Wildheart, what are you about to do? This one's been like, you've been freed from the hold of the zombies.
First, I wish to high five Mist.
Hi.
Okay, I'll take it.
I mean, I want to make you roll for that, but you just go ahead and do it.
I high five him. An awesome action.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, like it pans in. You kind of jump up in the air with one leg like kicked back, and you high five him, and it just pauses for a second, and a rainbow forms above the two of you.
Oh my God!
And then it says
Love it.
it says in cursive friendship, and then that all goes away because it was all just in your mind. Yeah.
I think I
I
have a
love
chance
that.
on Mist now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to attack the last remaining zombie.
Okay. Well, there's still two. One's damaged
What's that?
to your left, and you're closest to the one to the right, though. So
I will attack.
yeah. All right, and roll for some damage. Yeah, you'll murder it. Tell me how it happens.
I just sort of take my short sword with both hands and just throw it as hard as I can.
All right, so
At
and
its head.
this one's like kind of like it's like right by the door of the inn, so it's like right against sort of the wall of the inn. So, but you're just like bringing it down into its skull.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you definitely like just bring it down. Maybe even you pin it to the ground with your dagger. And then Fiamma, what are you up to?
I'm gonna look around to make sure there aren't any more zombies. I'm just gonna walk out the door.
Yeah, cool. When you walk out the door, do you like just kick the door open?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you definitely hit Wildheart with it. So yeah, you kick the door open. And Wildheart's just like planted a zombie into the ground, and it knocks Wildheart back a couple of feet from the force of the door, just like bursting open on top of him. Wildheart, you take just 1 damage minus your armor, so really you probably be just fine. But it does knock you away a little bit. Melody's still dealing with that dragon in her hair.
Yeah, I'm soothing the dragon.
so-
I'm using like spirit tone.
Missed Melody's over there like swatting at the dragon, like, "Hey, oh God, stop, no!" And the dragon's just like being annoyed by the noise she was making. What are you doing?
There's just one zombie left, right?
Just one zombie left in this general area.
In this general area. I'm going to throw another dagger at him, since I only got a couple more left.
All right.
That'll make me down to 3 now. All right. And let's see where that goes. Yeah, that's absolutely happening.
Yeah, you don't have
Right
to roll.
to his fucking brain.
Yeah, you don't have to roll any
High
damage.
fives all around.
You'll murder the crap out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you throw it?
I just take the 2 fingers and I kind of flick them, and it just goes right into his brain.
Yeah. Just like right in.
And then I say applesauce, bitch.
Yeah, it goes in. It falls to the ground, and that zombie is definitely like dead. And about this time, Gray, are you doing anything to calm down the dragon?
I guess I'll, try to go over there and tell it to stop.
Yeah, cool. What do you say to it exactly?
Stop, motherfucker.
it looks back at you, and it like looks like a Melody, and it's like it kind of like snorts, and then just like flies back over and just like lands on the ground beside you.
Yeah. I pick him up and put him back in the bag.
He roll in charisma.
That's happening.
Okay, yeah, because he doesn't really want to go in the bag, but
That's where he's going.
he'll reluctantly go in for sure. So you kind of stuff him back in the bag, and he's just kind of like, God.
Just tell him it's for survival.
Yeah, he's kind of like the child version of like I don't want to do it, but like I have to. All right, cool. So you guys are all sort of standing in front of the inn. What do you want to do sort of as a group right now? You can still hear some like moans and screams in the distance, sort of around the town.
I did just knock over Wild Heart, so I'll be like, oh, sorry, I thought y'all ran off.
You have fractured my pineal gland.
Sure, whatever that is.
Also, Fiamma's got like some like exposure. I mean, she's not like entirely exposed, but definitely like she's got some like blood and some like ripped because she got like done across the front. Is anyone concerned? No one's concerned. Cool.
Mist is definitely concerned.
Yeah.
I believe I see a titty.
Wow.
Okay, well.
Gray's like meat.
Fiamma says, you do indeed see a titty.
Okay.
All right.
There we are. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So you guys have a discussion about what it is you want to do next?
Well, apparently we're having a discussion about my titties.
Mist thinks that we should definitely vacate this fucking village. It's not good.
Now, Mist, you've got that book of the professors. This seems like maybe his handiwork. Do you want to take a moment to flip through
Oh, yeah, we are in a downtime. Yes,
Look, man,
I would like
I'm gonna
to
look through all
peruse
this.
this.
I'm gonna raid all these bodies over
that? Are you
here.
gonna
Do
loot?
I have to roll for this shit, or can I just read it?
Yeah, definitely. I'll loot. You just let me know which one to roll.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll on wisdom for looting, and then for Mist, for reading the book. Basically, we're gonna go on reading it quickly because
I'm not. I probably ain't finding
Yeah,
shit.
you ain't finding crap.
Okay.
So you're still like in a dangerous situation, so you're trying to flum through it quickly. So let's roll on intellect for just like speed reading it basically.
Okay. 6, 2, 1. 8.
Yeah, okay. It doesn't take you like super long, but you do have to flip through like a number of pages before you do spot something that seems like it might be helpful. So you see a page on an experiment that talks about animating the dead without necromancy, and so it has a lot of notes about like failed experiments and problems, and there's a lot of notes. You can see sort of like a rough sketch of the innkeeper that he was given initially. Seems like maybe that was patient 0, and it does mention like transference of a curse, not a virus, but an actual curse. And then it mentions the word is not entirely translatable because it's written in like kind of an odd language, but it translates to like allergy to sunlight.
Okay. So I relay this to the group and say that I believe this says that sunlight kills these things.
Yeah, and it's roughly about 4-ish in the morning right now.
Okay. So what do we do? Do we stay here and draw them out and let them burn, or?
I think so. I mean, we need to get our cart too. So
I'm straight up
Because-
about to run a train with these zombies till they die.
Mike.
Yeah.
Would I have perhaps read in any like anything about transference, like how it's transferred?
Yeah, it does seem that it's transferred through like a basically like it's oral transmission.
Okay.
The curse has to
My
be,
specialty.
the curse has to be passed through like a combination of like blood and saliva. It's carried that way,
You just had to say blood, didn't you?
and saliva.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm
I heard what
covered
you
in
said.
all of
Blood
it.
makes it worse though, because when you kill them, you can splash yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I exploded a few of them.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, I'm gonna relay this to everyone, and then as I'm saying that, I'm gonna grab a piece of cloth off of one of these bastards. I'm gonna wipe my sword clean very carefully.
Yeah. I mean, and also it's a curse, so there's a ritualistic aspect to it. It's not strictly viral.
Okay.
Sounds viral to me.
Yeah.
All right. I guess are we decided that we're gonna try to draw these bastards out and keep them busy till the sun comes up?
I'm gonna ask
Save
Gray
these
if
miserable
he
bastards.
can get me on the roof.
How the hell am I supposed to do that? Throw you?
Yeah.
Yeah, volley
Yeah.
his ass,
I
man.
guess I'll
I'm
pick
not
you up
that
and
big.
throw you. All right. Yeah. You are definitely going up there, maybe to space. Maybe to space. I can't stop what happens.
Also,
Call
do
me
you want me to
Kerbal.
become? Do you want me to become like a human siren? You know,
Um,
with charisma to call them in.
So
Alright.
so hold on.
No, I'm straight up about to just start screaming
Let's
at the
set
top of my
traps
lungs
before we do
until it
that.
comes.
Yeah. So Gray, tell me how you throw Fiamma. Are you grabbing her by the leg? You grabbing her like how are you throwing Fiamma?
Body exposed kid.
I guess I'm gonna put her in this hand, like she stepped both feet, and just kind of sling her up there.
Okay. All right. And Fiamma, you're going on top of the inn. I presume then.
Yeah, it's
Alright.
the tallest building near us.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you go on top of the inn, and you land on top. And then Melody, what were you looking to do?
I was asking the group if if we needed, since my voice can carry like probably to the outer edges, if I use my charisma and basically become a human siren to call them in.
I'm thinking that we should set some traps first.
But Mist was saying to set traps first. So do you want to
Let's
do
go
that,
inside,
Mist?
bar the doors, set traps inside. Y'all should be safe. Should be.
Yeah, I guess I don't know.
I mean, you do have like 6 shock traps. If you set them at doors and windows, you should be fine.
I'm down for trying it.
All right. Yeah, you set your traps first, then I'll roll.
All right. Do I have to roll the set traps, Mike?
Yeah. Basically, roll the same thing you would for like finding traps.
All right.
By the way,
So
while
the-
she's calling, what I'm planning on doing is I'm gonna take my halberd, launch it in the air, and Zuko style it into like a big orb.
Okay.
Draws attention.
Yeah.
Well, that's happening. I rolled a straight 12, so
Holy
traps
crap.
are being
Yeah.
set perfectly.
So
Trap.
and where you putting them all?
Explain to me the layout for the bottom floor. How many windows? How many doors?
Yeah. So on the bottom floor, you have the main door, and then on either side of the door, there's a window, and then on the side of the building, there's another 2 windows on either side, and there's 4 windows across the back.
Awesome. All right. So at each door, I'm going to set.
Or there's a rear door. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 doors.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to set 2 proximity electric mines on the doors.
Okay. On each,
And
two,
then-
two on each door.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
1 on each
One on
door.
each door. Okay.
1 on each door.
Yep.
And then let's see. I believe I've got other things here. Yeah. I've got trip wires. Shitloads of trip wires. So, what can be done with trip wires? I've got bombs. I don't want to do
Tripping?
that. That sounds scary.
You could potentially set up like tables and shit to fall when they hit the tripwire.
Here's the thing. What if I run the tripwires around the windows and connect them to the proximity mines? So if they're set off by tripwire or door, it's a wire, so electric should travel through it. I've got 20 tripwires, man. I mean, I got a lot of this shit.
So you're trying to create like basically an electric fence is what you're trying to make?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, okay. And you rolled a 12, so that's fine.
All right, we're done. Cool, did it.
All right.
It take a wild guess and say everyone else is inside, though, right?
Yeah. Is it time for me to start
Yes.
screaming?
Yeah. Well, are you on the roof
fuck it,
too,
go.
or are you yelling out of a window?
What do you think I should do, guys? Roof or window? I mean,
Head upstairs. I guarantee you there's a window there you could be screaming out of.
Cool. Will do.
And then while she's doing that, Zuko style.
Or you could maybe even yell up the chimney and try and amplify it that way.
Okay. Sure.
All right.
Can I ask a question? When does the sun come up here?
Probably about at least 5:36 in the morning, something like that.
So 2 hours from now?
Well, it's 4 in the morning, so an hour and a half to 2 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. We're gonna die. Go ahead, Melody.
I did.
Start screaming. Let's fucking die.
Well, are Gray and Wildheart sitting if anything?
I can't set up nothing. I mean, all I can do is like put tables and shit in front of the doors.
Yeah.
Turn into a wolf and howl.
Why am I doing
Hold on, you got a
Yeah,
7.
then you
didn't
can bite him.
Melody?
I got a 7. Yeah.
I'm gonna change your 7 to a 10 because I can do it to other characters too.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Matter of fact,
What are you giving up?
The taste of the sandwich.
The rest of your top.
Yeah, I guess I'll sacrifice my clothes for the victory.
Just naked on the roof.
In order to draw their attention, since
Yeah.
I only got a 9, I'm just gonna launch my spear into the air, make a big orb.
So yeah,
That way they'll look that way.
your dirty hobo robes ignite into cinders, and Melody feels energized somehow, some way.
Jesus. That's definitely titties.
Well, she's on the roof at this point, so you're inside.
Oh.
Are you
Zombies getting a free show, fireworks and singing.
Are you werewolfing out, Gray?
I mean, I could, but I'm not in combat, so it's like 2 turns. Like, how
And
does that work?
us setting up had to take some time, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
probably not 4 in the morning anymore.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll say at least 45 minutes has gone by or whatever.
Okay, then yeah, sure. Sure.
Yeah, roll for it.
Was that a strength? Oh no,
yeah.
that's right. It was on. No. So
Con.
Constitution.
Oh yeah, con.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will out.
Yeah. Okay.
And Wildheart, what are you?
It's time to get some.
What are you and your bear doing?
I guess I'm going to take cover by one of the windows and watch.
Okay. All right. Do you want to try and repair your bow while you've got like some time?
Yes.
Yeah, that would totally be a good
Yeah.
thing.
That would
Yeah.
help.
Let's roll on your intelligence for ingenuity of fixing your bow.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you fix it, but it's still a little janky. But you can use it.
I was about to say, yeah. I paused from my
Cool.
singing for 1 second to go, damn, that bow looks janky, and then I start singing again.
Yeah. All right, cool. So yeah, Fiamma, you're launching. The operation has begun, right? So
Yeah.
you're launching your halberd in the air, turning into an orb. Melody, you're singing out the
Chimney.
Chimney. Gray, are you gonna howl out the window or?
Yeah. Sure.
Yep. And then Wildheart's we'll say posit. This is sort of like Wildheart's still trying to fix that bow.
Yeah.
And then Mist, what are you doing while they're all doing this? I mean, you've already set up the traps and everything.
I'm sitting at a table drinking a beer.
Okay. All right.
I mean, we're in the inn, right?
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Waiting
So-
for the shit to go down.
So let me get everyone to collectively roll 2d6 on your highest stat.
Done.
2 8s, nice,
That's a 10.
and a 10, and a 12, and an 8.
8 is the
Okay.
magic number.
So
8s
the-
and 5s.
Eight, that's 24. And
46.
6. Yep, 46. So, and then we 46 divided by 5 is collectively about an 8. So a 9. All right. So, yeah. So you guys, at first everything's going pretty well. The zombies are like they're surrounding the house.
Slowly shuffling.
Yeah,
in.
they're surrounding the house. After about an hour goes by, so we're looking at an hour and 40 minutes. So about 5:40 in the morning, you can sort of just see like the dawn starting to break. But you probably still got another 20 minutes before like there's full sunlight in the sky. You've now got about 50 zombies surrounding the house, they're starting to sort of like you can feel the walls shudder as they're just like pushing and whatever. So there's like 4 or 5 of them in the front that manage to breach the front door. As soon as they do, the tripwires go off, and it shocks a number of zombies on the outskirt. So a good 30 of them surrounding the building immediately get fried and fall to the ground.
Yeah.
But there's still like 20 around the building, and as soon as the shock happens and some of them fall to the ground, the 3 of them come through the front door. Now Fiamma's on the roof, and Melody's like screaming, and I assume Gray's probably upstairs also like howling. So immediately Mist and Wildheart would be the first responders to these sort of like 3 zombies getting in the front door. What do you do?
I don't know. I'm gonna fucking. How many did you say? 5?
3.
3.
3.
3 is coming through the front door. Can
Yeah.
we assume that only 1 at a time?
Yeah, they're kind of just pushing their way through them, and they're like one right behind the other.
Right. Okay. I'm going to step off to the side and try to take one in the temple and drop it.
Okay.
With your beer.
Definitely not. That's an 8. That's
Okay.
gonna happen.
Okay, roll some damage.
I would if I could find it. Oh, that tracks. It's a 3.
Yeah. So you shove it through its skull, and it's like you're in the process of killing it, but it like reaches up with its 2 hands and it grabs your rapier, and it's like holding on to it, trying like to wrestle it away from you as it's like starting to fall to the ground. And so you're gonna have to wrestle with it. Now it is kind of blocking the door, so the 2 are behind it and they're trying to push their way through. Wildheart, what are you doing?
I'm going to mount my bear and charge the door.
Oh, okay.
I was like, it ain't that kind of show,
I went
man.
a different direction there too, man.
it
He
ain't
was
that
like,
kind of
we're gonna
show.
die anyway.
No,
man."
it's definitely that kind of show. We got a naked woman on the roof throwing fire, dude mounting a bear. Yeah, it's that kind of show.
and a zombie thirst trap. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
she did. Oh,
Yeah.
that won't stop me. I mean,
Yeah. So let's roll on, I guess, strength for attacking the group.
All right.
All right, and then roll some damage. Yeah, cool. All right, so how do you're gonna get the 2 that are like behind the one that Mist is wrestling with? How you gonna do that?
My bear's just gonna go up and sort of swipe at both of them.
Yeah. So you mount on the bear. The bear goes and swipes, and definitely like takes out both of those zombies. But also like a section of the wall crumbles too from the bear attacking because they're right there at the door. Mist, this knocks you free, you and your sword, of the one that you were stabbing. As you pull the sword out, it sort of finishes the job, and that one falls to the ground. But as you get knocked back and the bear crumbles away the wall, a nice section of wall falls through, and like 8 zombies are trying to push their way through this now hole in the wall. You can see like the gleam of the sun as it's cresting the horizon. What do you guys want to do?
Still time to fight, fools.
Yeah.
Ain't got another option.
Upstairs, I take it I saw the wall crumbling and stuff.
Yep.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna swing my ass into whatever window that is.
right.
Start making my way downstairs.
All right. And then Melody, are you gonna stop your screaming out the?
Yeah,
tunnel?
because I think we've already attracted them. So, just because it went so well last time, let's try to heal them to death.
Okay.
All right, that happens. 2d8s for one of them.
Yeah.
Whichever one's closest, and then the next closest one. All right.
Yeah. The first 2 just poof poof, explode.
Is there radial damage from them exploding?
No, it's just they're just sort of like.
That was a good try.
Yeah.
I wanted to know.
And then the other 6 start blowing past the explosiveness of them. Gray, what are you doing?
It's time for me to go downstairs and kill something.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess I'm gonna attack the one that would be closest.
All right.
All right. On strength, and I'm sure it's gonna die. Considering, yeah. All right. Oh, yes, it definitely gonna die. Man, these are wasted rolls though.
Yeah.
That's still got 10 plus there. Oh no.
I mean, I still have like,
Oh,
I'm in werewolf form. I have like 3 attacks.
Yeah. Roll for it.
So that's it.
Yeah. And how are you attacking?
I guess I'm gonna grab the one that's closest, slinging it at the other ones.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you grab the closest one by the neck and you go to sling him. His head like severs from his body, but the body goes forward, and it knocks the other 5 of them down. So they all sort of like topple over, sort of like bowling pins from the body landing on them, and you've still got like the neck and head of the one you were throwing in your hand. And the other ones fall to the ground, and they start to sort of struggle to get back up. About this time, the sun has crested the horizon, and you can see the zombies that are outside start just catching on flame. They sort of catch on fire and start burning. Much like, for those of you that have played Minecraft, the Minecraft zombies, when the sunlight comes out, just sort of like they're bursting the flames. But the ones that are inside, they're inside, still sort of shielded from the sunlight. The 5 that are struggling to get back up.
We can push them out.
Yeah. So, Miss, what are you doing?
I'm going to run outside and start yelling to attract them.
Okay. All right. So you're going to try and run past them, or you're going to go out the back door?
I'm just gonna run past them. I don't give a fuck.
Roll on Dex to get past them.
Sure, man. I'm gonna use my +1 hold on a 7.
Okay.
So that's happening.
All right. So yeah, you're going to run past them. I said they're kind of clamoring back up. As you run by, they're all trying to claw and scratch at you, and they make a pretty hefty rip in your cloak as you're running out, and sort of make it really, you should have like tear right across of it. And you run outside yelling,
Yep.
Zombies.
Can you roll on charisma to see if they feel like you're worth following?
Sure. Yes, I am a little bit.
Yeah. So 2 of them definitely like follow you out, and as they start chasing after you, they sort of burst into flame as they're running after you. The other 3 still prevalent there. Wildheart, what are you doing?
Could I try to intimidate them to run outside?
That'd be a hard one. Like, you can roll on charisma for some intimidation, but like, I'm gonna require you to get like a a 10 plus to get anything on that. You
Yeah, because they are.
you'd have a better option, much like Mist being bait. But I mean, you can try and intimidate them to go out if you want. Because so they don't really have fear.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, yeah, I guess I'll just be bait as well.
All right. You also roll on Dex to get out and get by them.
Haha.
Wow.
Yeah. You and the bear just sort of plow right through, and then we'll get you to roll charisma for being looking tasty.
Looking like a snack.
Mm-hmm. Rolling on charisma.
Who?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
Charisma. Oh boy, that's bad.
Man,
You
they're
do
looking at
not
you.
look like a snack.
They're looking at you like unseasoned kale.
Yeah. You run by, and I don't know. Maybe it's the smell of the bear or something, but they're just not feeling. They're not feeling it, right? So yeah, you get by them no problem, but they don't chase after you. So Fiamma, you get downstairs. What are you doing?
Well, first and foremost, I just remembered I'm not fully naked. I am wearing the mithril chest piece and the bracers.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, Gray doesn't get to see titties.
Mother.
I guess I'm gonna see them, and I see what, 3 zombies?
Yep.
I'm gonna take one of the iron ingots out of my pack and just like hurl it at one.
Okay. Yeah. Roll on your Dex.
Sweet. That's a 6.
Okay. Cool. And you're not changing that by any means? No?
Can't until I sacrifice a 10 plus.
Okay. All right, cool. So you pull the ingot out and you're sort of like going to throw it. Well, you throw it, but you throw a little high, and it hits the rafter and like bounces back and slaps you in the face. Yeah. And you're gonna suffer 4 damage of ingot to face damage from that. And Melody, what are you doing?
It's bait time. I make it through.
All right.
Let's see if they are interested.
You are a zombie.
Snack-alicious.
You are a zombie thirst trap. All right.
Snackalicious. All right.
Yeah. So you run by, but not entirely unscathed. You sort of like.
I'm a
trip-
14, of course not.
Yeah. Well, no. On the 8. The 8's the running by them. You know.
I know.
Yeah. You look so delicious. They like latch onto you before you can even get out the door. You do manage to drag them out, but you sort of like tumble with them on the ground out into the open. And as they catch on to fire, you actually take some fire damage as they're burning on top of you. And so that's going to be a 2 of fire damage. So not terrible though.
So I'll mark it as a 4 because it's a negate armor. There we go.
But that's the last sort of 3 zombies that were in the thing. They've all sort of set on fire on top of you. So, no more zombies.
Yeah. All right, we need to go to the fucking watch and demand we get fucking paid for this.
First and
cleared the whole
foremost, I'm
fucking city.
gonna pull the red dress out of my backpack. I'm like, well, it's the only fucking clothes I got. Slide that on.
Man, it's time to loot.
Yeah, let's all roll and see what kind of loot we find.
Yeah.
That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, there's bodies everywhere.
What
Let's see
what do we roll on loot?
I got a 7.
Wisdom.
Fuck. I got an 8.
I ain't finding nothing again.
I got a 10.
Damn.
Gray's just wondering if they're edible.
Yeah.
I'm not eating that shit. Even I'm not eating that shit.
Yeah. All right. So what do we got here? We got Fiamma at 7, Gray at 4, Mist at 8, Ballard at 7, Melody at 10. All right.
Leave it to the professional loot goblin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I ain't find shit. I'm good.
So Fiamma, you find collectively amongst the various bodies you loot about 30 silver, and there's if you.
Shit. I'd rather take the clothes.
Yeah, I mean the clothes are kind of torn and bloody. So you
I
can,
just need new rags.
you can mark down collection of rags. You can fashion them into clothing if you want to. They look pretty terrible. You find some like personal effects. I mean, you find some like wood carvings of like what maybe like maybe someone's family members or something.
I burn them as soon as I get them.
Yeah, sure. You find a whistle, like on one of the bodies.
Rape whistle.
Yeah.
I was going to, but I was
I
like,
was gonna say
Um,
it probably summons kobolds, but whatever.
Somebody
don't touch me there.
somebody,
That is my no-no square.
Somebody has a map of the area, and that's sort of the stuff that you find. Gray, everyone you search just seems to be poor and have nothing.
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Just
I
robbing,
accept this.
robbing the poor.
yeah. Mist, you get about 10 silver. You find like a dagger on one of the characters. Somebody has an ocarina. You find you a nice little ocarina.
Yeah, sweet.
That's cool.
Yeah. Then also like one of the characters has like a few keys on them.
Okay.
You have no idea what they're to, but you find them. Then Wildheart, you end up with 60 silver. You find if you want to take them, there's at least one person that has like a decent pair of boots that you could take in your size. You find a comb, just like a it's a nice sort of bone comb, and that's what you find.
Nice.
Melody. Oh, Melody. So you find one of the people you loot actually has like some fine jewelry. They have 2 rings and a necklace of currently undisclosed amount of worth, but you find them and you can tell that they're nice. On another one, you find it's like a ledger, and inside the ledger, it has a list of it's like a bookie's ledger. It has a list of like names, and some of the names have sort of like lord and lady, like royal titles listed beside them. And so that's what you find.
Bookie's ledger of royalties.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and it's like bookies. So it's like bets they've made, gambling, and there's like some information on the people that are in the ledger. So.
All right.
Yep. Right, and that's what everybody finds.
Nice.
To the warden. Let's get money.
I need to know something.
Yeah.
How long would it take for me to sweep all the houses in the area? Basically, knock, check if there's anyone alive, and if not, check inside to make sure there's no zombies.
Quite a while. I mean, hours for sure.
Yeah, I expect it to take, like, I don't expect it to be like 30 minutes, but, I'm just wondering if it's like a half day, 3/4 of a day, full day. Because I'm just doing quick, like, knock, if no one answers, open the door, check inside.
Yeah.
Or see if there's any holes that got broken into.
Yeah. Roll 64 for me.
15.
15 hours.
All right.
So, is that something you're going to do?
I'm gonna ask if anyone wants to help to try and cut down the time, but other than that, yeah, that's my plan. We need to make sure this shit doesn't spring back up.
Okay, I'll help. What do I need to roll to cut down?
All right.
Well, if it's 15 hours, if we each took a half, it would be like 7.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So from like, what is it, like 5, 6 in the morning? 6 in the morning-ish?
Yeah, 6 in the morning.
So
It'd be like 1.
it'd be like 1:30.
Yeah, in the afternoon. All right. So you guys start canvassing the town, as it were, and that'll take a while to resolve, and we'll come back and revisit that in just a bit.
I'm letting you know now. I'm saving the guard check till the end.
Yeah. Well, what about the rest of you?
I guess I'll comb my hair and my bear's hair with this bone comb. For an hour.
I thought he was gonna say comb the town, but you know.
Comb the desert. We ain't found.
Yep. We ain't found shit.
I'm gonna walk my ass back in the tavern, and I'm gonna get some good meat because everybody else in this bitch is dead, so I can take whatever the fuck I want out of this tavern.
Hi. Yeah, that's fine.
I can help search because I need to break in these new boots.
Well, then it'd be about 5 hours.
Yeah. Okay. What does Mist want to do?
I guess if they all want to go to the guard check later, I'm just gonna.
I mean, you can go to the guard check now. You ain't got to wait for him.
Oh, good. Well, I want to go to the guard check.
Okay. All right. So Greg goes in the tavern. Melody, Fiamma, and Wildheart are all going to start canvassing town. It'll take you guys like just a little bit to sort of devise a plan to decide who's going where. And so we're gonna follow Mist to the guard shack.
Sweet.
Yep. So Mist, you get to the guard shack, and when you get there, out front of the guard shack, there is a pretty massive pile of zombie bodies lined up at the front gate. The front gate is closed, and there's some holes where it's been where the zombies have managed to sort of break arms through and stuff like that, and it's just sort of closed up, so that's what you see when you approach it.
Okay. Well, I approach.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's closed. I mean, the doors are closed. So.
And I yell, "Hey, open up! It's me, Mist."
Okay. So you see someone poke their head over the top of the wall, and as soon as they put their head up, they've got a bow drawn. And then
Your mother was a hamster.
Yeah. He just sort of looks down, and he's like, "No one in or out."
I'm like, I'm seeking payment for my group. We just cleared the entire city full of zombies.
So he sort of just looks around, and he says, "Hold on." And so he gets down. He's gone for, I don't know, 5-10 minutes or whatever. And then you see over the top Lieutenant Carlson. He looks out, and he's like, "Miss, that you?"
Yep, it's me, Carlson.
He says, "Now, obviously, I mean, you're walking around, so you know what's going on. And I'm sure you can understand why I'm hesitant to open the doors."
Well, I can tell you they burn in sunlight, so you're not going to see them right now. You're pretty safe.
So he sort of looks out and around, and he's thinking about it. And he says, "All right, we're gonna crack the gate and let you in. 1 minute." And so he climbs down, and there's bodies against the door, so you kind of see the gate like they're pushing on it, and they sort of like get like a crack just big enough that you can slip through.
Okay.
And I assume you do so.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so you slip in and they sort of like shut it behind you. And there's like Lieutenant Carlson, and he's got like 6 men just sitting there. They all look pretty shaken. Doesn't look like they've had a lot of sleep. Can you roll a discern realities for me?
Sure. Discern realities is for wisdom, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fucking boned. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. So yeah, you're sitting there and you're talking to them, and they're basically talking about having to fight off the zombies, and Lieutenant Carlson's like, I mean, I've seen necromancy before, but this was something else entirely. It's just out of nowhere. I mean, usually with necromancy, it's the dead that come to life, and there's a necromancer, and but people were dying and then just springing back up. It's so horrible. I mean, have you ever seen anything like this before?
I have never seen anything like this before. This is
he-
all very recent to me as well.
He says, so you
See what you did there, recent, not new.
he said, so you said they burn in sunlight, huh? And that's definite?
As far as I'm aware, I've seen them burst into flames, lured a bunch of them outside, and they all blew up.
He says, yeah, we saw some fires in the distance, but there were none alive in this area. Come morning, we did our best to kill them all as they approached the guard shack. I wonder how many people are even left. We're gonna have to sweep the town.
I don't know. I would definitely sweep the town, but I can tell you for a fact that my group, we all collectively killed easily over 50.
Oh, you could also tell them that we're sweeping the town. You'd know that since we're making plans.
And also, the other people of my group are also sweeping the town as well.
Now,
making sure everybody inside is safe.
He knows that not everything that you and your group do are on the up and up.
Yeah.
So he's like, and what are they sweeping for?
They're looking for the undead.
Looking for free loot, boy.
Making sure this shit doesn't come back to bite us in the ass.
He says, well, we appreciate that. Also, I'd hate to find that people's personal effects would have gone missing should they not be present anymore.
Well, I can't speak for them, but I can tell you I didn't take anything.
Roll charisma.
Sure. I got, yeah.
He sort of leers at you, and he's not sure whether he wants to trust you or not, but he has he's got no evidence otherwise, so he's like, sure. He says, as far as payment, I mean, if it is as you say, they burst in the sunlight, is there any way to prove your valiant efforts?
We looted a bunch of shit.
Did you see the woman creating an orb on top of the chimney and hear that awful sound coming?
They definitely would have seen the orb. It was nighttime.
He's like, I've seen and heard things tonight that I've never seen or heard in my entire life. What caused them is not for me to say.
Cool, it's time to threaten Carlson.
You're
I'm not going to threaten Carlson.
He says,
I'm going to explain to him that I did what I did. I'm not lying. And if he wants any continued cooperation, especially this kind of cooperation, he needs to go do a thorough check and make sure that before he calls me and my group a liar, that we did what I just said we did.
Yeah. He says, well, it's certainly something we can look into. Now is not really the time for discussions about money with the town and the state it's in. If it's in fact true that there are no more of the undead wandering the town, we should be out there as soon as possible, searching the town for survivors. We'll have to continue this discussion at a later time.
Okay.
So yeah, he starts rallying some men together. He says, "You're welcome to stay here if you'd like, and we can continue this later. Or if you'd like to accompany me on my search, that's fine too. It's up to you."
Nope, I'm out.
So
You find me when you have decided whether we cleared out that many or not.
yeah, so he starts sort of like getting his men together, and they start sort of like clearing some of the bodies away from the door so they can like actually get it open, and that's going to take them some time. So meanwhile, out and about, Fiamma, Gray, and Fiamma, Melody, and Wildheart. Yep. Let me get each of you to roll a d4.
Okay.
All right.
It's like I found polio.
Yeah. So, a number of the facilities that you guys come to, the doors are locked, and a few of them you may have heard voices inside, but no one seems to really be responding to like stuff at the door. But essentially, the d4s you've rolled are the amount of facilities that you found that you could go into freely.
I did say that I would be kicking in any doors that nobody responded to, so...
Okay, well, we can resolve those as we go, but the ones you can freely walk into we'll resolve sort of first, I guess. You this large facility right here, Fiamma, the door was like off of its hinges and just straight open. When you walked in, it's definitely like a storehouse of some kind. It has like, looks like would have been like pantries and stuff for food. It looks pretty ransacked. The shelves are pretty bare, and a lot of the stuff sort of like there's torn and ripped things all over the place. And there are a few like zombie bodies on the inside. So is there anything you want to do in there?
I'm gonna fucking pick up a rock and just toss it on top of one, see if it moves.
Yeah, you do, and no, it doesn't. These have,
Alright, they just go around and kick each body.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Cool,
Yep.
Take the heads off.
Yep. So, you come to this house, you knock on the door, and it is locked, right? So, and you said you wanted to kick it in?
I knocked and said, "Hey, are there any survivors?"
So you can hear voices inside, but no one's responding to you directly.
Alright, then yes.
Okay, alright. Roll on strength.
6.
You do not kick in the door.
My leg hurts. I think I'll just break a window.
Jeez.
You just hear a huh
Yeah.
from across.
If you break a window, can you roll Defy danger with your dex?
8.
Cool. An arrow grazes your cheek as you break the window. It comes out of the window, and you see inside a gentleman huddled in the corner holding a bow.
Okay, I'm first gonna say, "Hey, you're shit shot. It's daytime. You're good."
He says, "Well, I reckon you don't mind if I just stay here in my own house and you leave me alone."
As long as you're alive, and I walk away.
So you and this sort of style of occurrence is happening a good bit. And so we're gonna cut over to Melody. Melody, we're gonna say you're like over in this area. So you check this house; it's locked. Do you do anything when you come to a locked house?
Can I look in the windows? Or
Yeah. I mean, roll. It's basically perception. Roll intelligence.
Oh, well, that's not good. Yeah, I don't see shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's dark inside, and so you can't really
Stained
see a
glass
whole
and
lot.
whatnot.
Can I call out, like, use, what's it called? Use my charisma to see if I can ask if there's any survivors?
Yeah, go ahead. Do that.
Alright.
Yeah. So after you sort of call out in a very soothing and gentle voice, and you can hear from inside a voice saying, "We're safe. Please leave us alone."
Okay.
So
Counted safe. We're good. They're alive. They can speak sentences. We're good.
Every single villager in this village is traumatized. First kobolds and zombies.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. It's
I'm never
not-
gonna talk to outsiders again.
Yeah. So and you can hear there's a string of houses here, and the first two, same scenario, sort of locked, not a lot of seeming activity. The third one you come to, you touch the door and it just sort of like swings open. What do you do?
I rolled discern realities.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So you swing the door open and you sort of cautiously just like listen, and you can hear like the sound of some like groaning on the inside. You can just hear sort of like shuffling and.
Oh, cool.
What do you do?
Obviously, I'm gonna have to take care of this.
Just step outside
Hold
and
on.
yell it.
Yeah, can I lure it outside?
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
What do I roll on that?
How do you want to lure it outside?
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm gonna talk to it, yell, do something,
You just want to call it?
Yo, I'm a thick snack.
Just start playing my lute and back up,
Yeah.
just try out in the sunlight.
Roll on.
It's
Yeah.
a hella good performance.
Yeah. It just starts sort of sauntering towards you, and you sort of back up, and it walks into the sunlight and bursts into flames.
Huh?
Yep.
All right.
And then there's nothing else inside that shack. I mean, there's like, I guess their personal effects or whatever, but there's no people left in that shack. So yeah, and then the rest of these shacks, it's like I said, you knock on them. Some of them you might hear some movement on the inside, but like no one's answering a door, and doors are
And
all-
I would do the same thing. I would basically say, "Hey, is everyone okay in there?"
Yeah, I mean, some you get answers to, some you don't.
But I can definitely tell that the people inside are not zombies. Like I can tell from their voices and their shuffling.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and so while you're searching that Wild Heart, so
One house.
yeah, Wild Heart over here. There's this large house. The doors are locked. Do you do anything when you come to a locked door?
I try to peer inside the windows.
Yeah. Okay. And just roll on, I guess, intellect.
Roll on what?
Intellect or wisdom. I guess either's fine.
Huh.
Yeah, you don't see anything. So you check that. Sort of same thing here. You get to this. This is the sort of the carriage rental place. And it has sort of an open area anyways. So you walk in, and that's definitely like open. And you can definitely tell that like there's stuff going on there. Do you want to do anything before you walk in?
Who would be the closest person to me?
Melody probably, or well, it depends. I mean, Mist is wandering around. Have you left the guard shack yet, Mist?
Oh yeah, I'm not sticking around there.
Yes.
Let's also not forget that the guards are starting to canvas too.
Yeah,
so-
they are. The guards are starting to walk around also. So,
Alright, I'll try to just slowly peek.
right, you can roll like a discern realities in.
Yeah.
Okay. That's on wisdom.
Ooh.
Yeah. So you're sort of peering into the guard shack, and you can see in the back a dark figure, like huddled over something, and you can hear sort of like chewing and squishy sounds from the general area that this figure's in the back.
Any chance I would have like a green arrow type arrow that alerted people?
What are you, fucking the arrow?
Yeah, I mean, but probably
He
not.
just looks
I mean,
up and goes, "Hey guys!"
You might light an arrow on fire and shoot it in the air, but it's daylight now, so it would be hard for anyone
God.
to see it.
And it probably just landed on a thatch roof with my logo.
That's what I was thinking.
That's what I was thinking too. It's gonna burn the whole fucking place down.
I guess I'm gonna approach it.
I mean, you could probably flag down a guard or something that's probably walking by.
We're back up. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you're sitting there, and like two guards are sort of working up towards you right now because they're sweeping the town too. And so they walk by and they're like, hey you, what are you doing?
I was just looking for you, actually. There's something in there.
They're like, what is it?
I don't know.
And so yeah, they one of them pulls out a crossbow, or pulls it off his back, puts it on the ground, puts his foot in it, pulls it back, loads it, and the other one pulls like a sword out of his scabbard, and they start approaching the entrance. Do you approach with them or do you hang back?
I hang back.
Okay. Yeah, they get in, and then one of them walks up to the back of this thing and sort of like says, "Hey, I'm talking to you. Hey," and then you hear, "Oh shit!" And then the one with the crossbow is like kind of running backwards and like firing. And then you can hear sort of some clanging and stuff. And then a few seconds later, the one with the sword comes walking out, and he's got sort of like blood all over him, and he's like rubbing his shoulder, and he's like, "Holy crap, that one put up a fight!" As he's walking out. Do you ask him anything?
So I say, did you get it?
He's like, "Yeah, I got it. I cut its head off."
Did it bite you?
He says, "I mean, I don't know. We were wrestling around. I think it scratched me. I don't know. I don't think it bit me."
That's not a good answer.
Not my tell, not my problem. Nah,
He's like, "Why does that matter?"
I don't know. You said earlier that they were some kind of ritual. It wasn't necessarily viral.
No, yeah, but I mean, like,
But it was definitely oral.
yeah. I mean, if the biting is definitely a part of the ritual. So
Yes, if you're bit, you're turning. Guaranteed.
Well, I guess I have to kill a guard.
Oh God, don't do that.
Or you could have just inspect him.
he's not turned or
Yeah.
anything yet.
Did he bite you? What does that matter? Stab.
Like, can I see your shoulder?
He's like, "No, weirdo."
I'm a doctor. Trust me.
He says,
Show me your shoulder.
"Look, Civvy, I ain't got time for this. I got a town to sweep. Now get on your way."
All right.
So yeah, him and the other guard, they continue walking on, and you keep sort of like checking. Great, you're in the tavern, and you've been in there for a while drinking, and there's the giant
Eating
hole.
the finest meat. I don't care.
Yeah, and obviously there's a giant hole in the wall. There's some dead zombies inside, and after you've been there for a while, three guards kind of walk up to the entrance, and it's dark in there. There's no lighting or anything. And a lot of the windows have sort of been like boarded up, and so three guards walk up to the hole, and they see you in there. Are you still a werewolf form?
That's what I was about to ask.
No, it's been way too long for him to still be a werewolf.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it'd be
Um,
impossible.
They look in there and they say, hello?
Yo,
And they're like, what you doing?
I'm eating food.
And they're a little
Got a
confused by
smoothie?
they're really confused about your like sort of nonchalant attitude because obviously there was just like an attack by the undead, and people, anyone they've come across before now has been pretty terrified or traumatized or whatever, and they're like, is there anyone else here with you?
No, not now.
And they're like, okay. And where did you get the food?
In the tavern.
So you see them kind of like talking amongst themselves, and he's like, I mean, what do we do? Do we stop him, or I don't know. And
The whole town got burned down almost, and there were zombies. I'm hungry.
he says, listen, sir, look, it's been a weird night, a hard night.
The shit you say.
And he says, I mean, crime's not necessarily our first priority right now, but
I'm not stealing this. Don't you worry.
he says, yeah, don't go anywhere. We'll come back later.
I'll go wherever I want.
And they say, we're gonna sweep the building.
Yeah, please walk around.
Please just stay right here. We don't want like someone coming up behind us. It's I mean, you can just don't move, sir. And so they start sweeping the building. And do you do anything, or you just keep eating? Keep doing you
I just keep eating. What do they go?
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, Mist, what are you up to at this point?
I'm just gonna say that I'm
out
chilling,
non-existing.
sitting in by this fountain right here, enjoying the sunshine.
Oh, okay. Cool. So, after the guards have been like, sort of going door to door, a few people are starting to come out of their homes now and sort of just like survey like what's going on. And so you see like a few people walking around. They all have sort of like that sort of bewildered look on their face. They still look kind of timid. They're all everyone's kind of looking around, very like on edge. Do you interact with anyone at all?
I'll smile and wave at people, and in general, if they get close enough to me, I'll ask them how they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, anyone you smile and wave at sort of is taken aback by your demeanor of smiling and waving because it's just not that kind of time.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. And rolling charisma.
Sure. Yep, that's 10.
Yeah, most people you try and talk to are not amenable to really having a conversation yet. But like one old guy like comes and he sort of just sits down beside you and he says, "Well, that was a shit show, wasn't it?"
Sure was.
He says, "I've been alive a long time. I ain't never seen nothing like that."
I've been alive even longer, and I've never seen anything like that.
He looks at you and he's like, "I mean, you couldn't have lived that long, because you don't look your age, obviously."
No, obviously not. I'll be like, well, there are books that tell of my my good deeds, but it's neither here nor there.
He just chuckles and he says, "You know what? I like you.
I like you too, old man."
He says, "A sense of humor is a good thing to have in these times. That's, oh man, I needed a laugh." He says, "So, you lose anyone in all this?"
Not yet.
He says, "Oh, count yourself lucky. Maybe you had no one to lose in the first place, but maybe that's lucky too. I don't know." He says, they got my wife, but that's okay. She's a bitch anyways."
Wait, is
Is he
this
a
what's his name?
blacksmith?
Yeah, I was about to ask, is this the fuckable blacksmith man?
So he does look like he's covered in soot.
It is.
And he's like, well, I hope one day your life can return back to normal.
Me too.
He gets up and he kind of dusts himself off and he says, looks like the tavern's open. I think I'll head in there.
Hey, before you take off, what's your name, old man?
He says, my name's Clyde.
It's nice to meet you, Clyde. My name's Mist.
Says, Mist. Huh. That's an unusual name. Seems like I've heard that somewhere before.
Yeah, you should ask a librarian or someone who knows some things. See if you dig anything up.
Says, I don't do much reading. Don't put much stock in it, honestly. And then he just sort of like walks over the rubble into the empty, tavern hole of the wall there, and you're just sitting there on the fountain. Fiamma, so you're checking some more houses. Some of them that you come to, there's people who like respond back. Some of them kind of go the way where you kick the door in and there's some scared people inside. And then you get to this house here, and you sort of like just turn the door handle and it's unlocked and it opens up. Do you go in?
I'm gonna shout in. I'm gonna pop the door open and shout in.
Okay, yeah. So you shout in and there's no response.
Do I hear anything out of the ordinary?
Nope.
All right, close the door. Don't care.
Okay. All right.
I am gonna look for guards though, because I take it at this point they're starting to make their way all over.
Yeah. So about this time, as you're like closing the door, there's like two guards that come up behind you, and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing over there?"
Sweeping the area.
And they're like, "On whose authority?"
On the fact that I killed a bunch of fucking zombies.
They sort of like look at each other, and one of them laughs and says, "Right." He says, "Look, we don't want no trouble, but maybe you just leave the patrol to the guards."
Real quick, what was the captain's name again?
Lieutenant Carlson.
Alright, I'm gonna ask him where Lieutenant Carlson is right now.
So the lieutenant, I think he's attempting to make a report to the wall.
He's literally just talking to a wall. I'm gonna ask them if either of them have been bitten.
So one of them was like, "It's the second time someone's asked me that. Why are you asking that?"
Answer the question.
He's like, "I don't know, man. I tussled one of these things, and I think it's just a scratch." And he like pulls like things. He's like, "I just got this scratch right here," and you can just see sort of like some marks on his shoulder.
I'm gonna pull out some bandages so it looks like I'm gonna help, and then I'm gonna get real close and inspect that scratch.
Okay, roll discern realities.
13.
Okay, and you're wearing that red dress, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you get close and he gets a little nervous, but you have the bandages out and he's just kind of looking at you. When you get close, it does indeed look like bite marks.
All right. While I'm bandaging it up, I am going to remark loud enough for the other guard to hear, because Mist, you told us everything that was in that journal, right?
Yup.
I'm gonna say loud enough. Anyone that gets bitten is most likely gonna end up being cursed to become something like that.
So you see, like the guy looks a little like pale white when you say that, and the other guard's like kind of like looking at him, and he's like backing up a little bit, and he says, "Oh man, like I haven't been bit. It's definitely a scratch. It's definitely a scratch."
I'm gonna say, sir, it's definitely a bite. But it seems like it isn't immediate, so the best thing to do would be to quarantine yourself.
He's like,
while we try and figure out what's going on.
He's like, listen, there's nothing wrong with me. I feel fine.
I'm gonna look him dead in the eye, and then I'm gonna intimidate him and say, quarantine yourself.
All right. Are you using a skill for that, or are you just trying to use charisma?
Just using charisma.
All right, roll on it.
6.
He shoves you off of him, and he says, what do you even know? You're just some vagabond in the streets. I mean, you think that dress, gives you any sort of authority? I got a wife at home. I'm not tempted by your wiles.
Are you ready for me to use my authority?
That's whatever you want to do.
I'm gonna light a soccer ball-sized fire in my hand for 1 HP, and then roll 1 whatever. And then I'm gonna be like, "You're going to listen to me."
So he says, "There's no cause for any sorcery. You don't want to tussle with the guards. You don't need to make an enemy of the country."
I'm gonna laugh in his face and be like I'm not already an enemy. Listen, you and me are going to Carlson now.
So I mean, the other guard's just sort of like, he's still looking like he's not sure what's going on. Do you want to try and appeal to him at all?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him to help.
All right. So roll on a charisma, I guess.
Another 6.
He does not want to help you. He does not want to help you at all. So you're having this this sort of argument, and it's getting a little heated with the guards. And about this time, Melody, you're sort of like walking up as you're like doing searches, and they're all like yelling and screaming now.
Can I try to diffuse the situation with charisma?
You can, yeah.
All right.
So what do you say?
I'm basically like, look, you want to talk about, title and waving your authority around? I think the best thing that we can do is have Lieutenant Carlson handle this.
So
it's back to the guard shack with you.
They calm down a little bit, but they're still not like, they're not feeling super amenable, but they're like look, we'll go report to Carlston. We certainly don't need you for that.
I'm gonna fully refuse and follow them wherever they go.
All right,
or specifically the one.
Do you want to sneak behind him, or are you just gonna like?
Nope, I'm just gonna straight up follow him.
All right.
Fiamma don't sneak. What the hell are you talking about?
I know. So they're gonna be like, look.
I'll follow from a distance though. It'll be fine.
All right.
I'll be like 15 feet back.
Forgive us if we don't trust you to go.
I'm also gonna look at Melody and be like, I'm trying not to fucking kill him.
Yeah. So
I know, me too.
Are you both gonna follow then?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah,
just in case shit gets out of hand.
They leave, but they definitely like know you're behind them, but like it's at enough distance to where they're not going to do anything. But they're definitely annoyed by the whole process, and so they kind of just start making their way.
Don't care.
Yeah.
Making my way downtown.
Yeah. Gray, where'd Gray go?
I'm here.
Okay. All right. So Gray, you're in the tavern, and this old like blacksmith, kind of walks in, and he sees you sitting there eating, and he's like, "What you having?"
Having meat, all the meats that I want to have.
He says, "Anyone serving in this joint?"
No, but you can go behind the bar and get it.
He looks around, and he's like, "Sounds good to me."
What the fuck are they gonna do to you? There's zombies everywhere.
So he's behind there, and he's starting to get some like glassware and stuff. About that time, the guards are coming down the stairs, and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing back there?" And he pops up and he says, "Ain't no one else serving around here." And they're like,
Point.
Yeah. They're like, "God damn it, we're gonna have to do something about this." And so one of them was like, "All right, I'm gonna have to ask you guys to leave. Take what you got in your hands, but like, I'm gonna ask you to get out."
Thinking. You know what? That's fine. I'm gonna grab another piece of meat and then I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, so they're kind of like hurrying and ushering you out. And
Don't touch me.
You can say it's like, look, we're gonna have to post guards because people are just gonna keep stealing from this place. People are
Ain't
animals.
nobody stealing, bro. Half y'all be dead if it wasn't for us. You be alright.
They're like ignoring you, and he's like,
Keep
people
on.
Are,
Keep
he's
on.
like, he's like, these people are fucking animals.
What'd you say, motherfucker?
He says, move along, sir. No one's talking to you.
No, that's okay. I'll see you.
And so they sort of like post
You
up
really
on,
want our group to go cray. All right.
they post up on the outside to try and keep people from entering the inn. Wildheart, what are you up to at this point?
Somebody about to catch a wolf. That's what's about to happen.
So well, I can say this, Wildheart. You see the guards you saw before. They're sort of approaching the gate up here. Lieutenant Carlson is like at the gate, and he's like conversing with someone through like a hole in like the door. These two guards are walking up behind him, and you see just like a few yards behind them, Fiamma and Melody walking up as well.
Guess I'm gonna converge.
All right, cool. So you meet up with Melody and Fiamma.
The pack grows stronger.
These guys get up to Carlson, and you see him like kind of motion at the gate, and like he turns around and he starts sort of conversing with them, and they're talking. So Melody, Fiamma, and Wildheart, do you guys like?
Listen in, absolutely.
Well, I mean, how close do you get?
Oh, Fiamma's walking right
We're
up.
listening.
Okay.
We're definitely listening.
Cool. And also, Miss, you would have seen them sort of walk by on their way.
Yeah, I would say that I followed them as a group. Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
And then Gray, this would also be about the time that you were exiting the inn.
Man, I guess so.
Okay. I mean, you don't have to. You can go. You do whatever.
Nah, man, I'll go up there.
Just
Yeah.
go to Goat Farm.
Yeah. See, you guys sort of all converge, and you're sort of like huddled around these guys as they start having their conversation. The one guy that got bitten he's like, "What is wrong with you people? Back off!"
I'm
We don't
gonna
want
ignore
another
him and say, "Hey,
problem.
Carlson."
And
We don't want another problem. I very loudly announced in front of Carlson and the other that like bites transfer. It's a possibility that bites transfer the infection. We saw bites on Mr. Secret Pants over there, and we're just trying to make sure that y'all don't have another recurrence of what the hell just happened here.
So yeah, you're talking to Carlson, and the other guy's talking to Carlson, and the one guy's trying to tell you guys to back off, and so there's a lot of talking going on at once. And like Carlson's just like, "Look, everybody, just shut up for 1 second."
I walk up and I see Carlson. I say, "Remember me?" Yeah.
Great.
And he's
Shit.
like, "God damn it! Every time, like, it's always you guys. You guys don't even live here."
We cleaned up your damn mess. That's what we did.
And he's like, "All right, one person," and he points to the one guard that isn't bit, and he's like, "What's going on? I need a report." And he's like, "Well, like these guys are saying that like if you get bit, like you turn into one of those things, and Randy over here is saying like he just got scratched, but like the girl in the dress over there is saying she thinks it's a bite, and I don't know, man. I think it's probably better we be safe than sorry, but like also like I don't know it gives these guys the authority to say anything about what's going on. I mean, they're just a bunch of travelers, right?" And Carlson's like, "They are, but they're the bane of my existence, but also they're sometimes
Pretty good
reputable."
murder hobos.
He's like, let me have a look at with the wound. Let me see what I can see. And
Gray screams, "If it's a bite, you need to kill him."
so let's see. Lieutenant Carlson has a look at the bite. And so yeah, he's like, I mean, it could be a bite. Maybe we should just take you in and have a better examination.
Lock him up.
And so he says to you guys, he's like, "Look, I'm gonna take my man back to our back to our gated camp. We're gonna put him up in a room and have a look at him. We're gonna get a better examination. Is that good enough? Will that keep you at bay?
I'm gonna be like, nope. I still need to have discussions with you.
He's like, look, I know we're gonna get you your
It's
money.
fine. I'll wait in the camp.
He's like, we'll get you your money. It's just gonna take some time. Obviously, everything's in disarray right now. You know.
I'm gonna be like, sure about that too, but I meant mainly about this.
He's like, fine. I don't have time to argue. If you guys want to come along, come along. So do you all follow him back to his camp?
Yeah, sure,
yeah.
why not?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And that's where we'll.
I don't trust these motherfuckers to
Yeah.
quarantine this man.
And that's where we'll close for tonight. We'll open up with everyone arriving back at the guard shack, basically, and whatever happens there. So, but hey, yeah, I mean the zombies are more or less defeated, and the town is more traumatized than ever. So,
Except for the blacksmith. I don't know. That dude's pretty fucking great.
yeah, well, I mean, he was tired of dealing with his cheating wife. So, and it is sort of now the afternoon of Saturday, April 3rd, as a if you want to make any notes or anything about the day.
Yeah, buddy.
So do this, orange it out, make it all orange, make it orange, make it orange. All right, and so we'll close out the stream. Thanks for all the watching, people. Appreciate it. We'll see you guys next week.